Well, hello, hello. We are back for another week of sailing here. We are getting ready to start the Jubbly Jive trials. I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, but we've done a little bit of research while we were doing some AFK sailing stuff, salvaging. So we have gotten our way up all the way to 62 now, which is freaking awesome. But I figured it was finally time to get over to Jubbly Jive. We can't do this whole thing AFK as much as we want to. So we are on our handy little sloop. We're about to talk to Ross over here, get rid of our little extra helpers, and then we're going to get this thing cranking out. And let's see what kind of stuff we can get up to on our sailing adventures this week.
Ironmen are said to stand alone, but three brothers chose a different path. And so the group Ironman adventure had begun until one by one they turned away. And so today he walks alone. This is Spicy Iron Adventures.
So for those of you guys who do not know, there is a little thing on... Good Lord, this is how bad I am. This is our first run here real quick. There's a little thing on RuneLite called Tile Packs, if I could speak English here today. And they actually have figured out all the correct routes. Go south first. So I guess this is going to be probably the wrong way here. But they have figured out all of our routes here for getting each of the Barracuda trials, which is absolutely awesome, man. So super stoked with what they've done here. So we're going to try to run this around and just see how helpful this is. And then I will kind of follow back up with you guys. But my guess is that I've probably already messed up by missing one of those things here. But this definitely makes it a lot easier, and hopefully this will be the key to us getting this thing early. So we'll take a look and see how it goes, and I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Whoever made these things, that was awesome. That made that thing absolutely brain dead. Let's just take a look at this real quick. We didn't quite get it at the time we needed. We needed 203. We got 207, but I'd say that's pretty daggum good for our first attempt ever. So, let's try it again here now that we have a better idea of what we're doing. Boom, there we go, baby. 202. That gives us the fetid key. So, we'll see what that unlocks in a little bit. But yeah, dude. Oh my goodness. So, look, here's how this works. So, I've literally got this marked over here. I just typed in Jubbly when I pulled up this little tab here. And now, because I'm done with Swordfish, I can take that away. And we can add Shark. And now it's going to give us all the next ones. So, you want a brain dead way to do this thing? That is your magic key, and this is what we want. We want this captured wind mode right here, baby. So now we are going for sub 3 minutes. Let's rock it out. Boom. Level 63. Can now do Winter Island, but that did get us in 258, just below that 3-minute mark. I will say I reset 5 times because I was getting so annoyed with messing up and missing things, and I didn't want to have to backtrack with all the little again, dude, I always point at the screen like you guys can see what I'm doing here, but I kept running over all this goopy stuff that slows you down, that just pisses me off, and so I would just reset. In hindsight, you probably shouldn't reset, because what you're going to be looking at doing there is making sure that you can what's the word I'm looking for, get the experience you need. So probably not the best plan of action, but I did it anyways. Now, from what I understand, for the Marlin try, let's see here. Start trial. I think this is one where you're actually going to want the wind emote. This wind mote. Mote. I don't know what you call that game. Whatever. Let's see here. Jubbly Marlin trial. OSRS. Let's see here if it even tells us. Jubbly Jive. One-time bonus. It requires, of course, 3 Jubblies. Click these 6 boxes. Let's see here. Oh, look, they actually do on the thing. They have tile markers too on the wiki too, so that's cool. So even if you don't want to download that thing, you can do tile markers on the wiki. So that's pretty cool. That wasn't there for the last few ones. I guess as we're obviously getting here further along, it makes this easier. Does it even say? Like, for the Marlin, does it expect us to use that? I thought I read somewhere. Let's see. Do this one. We can do players that it pull drastically slow down. Like, there's no damaging storms like a Temperos, so there's no need to bring repair packs. Especially on higher difficulties, you will make sure use a trim sail for opportune moments. Building a wind catcher is beneficial for completing the Marlin's ranked target time to allow for up to 2 bursts of speed from the trim sail. Okay, so maybe that's mainly what it is. It's just so you can get a better chance. I don't know. Let's just see what it is without it, and then maybe we kind of learn it, and then we come back and get the wind burst. So right here, this is why you have to have it, because you have to go through this crap apparently. So we're learning here, right? This is why we came to this thing now. So before we end up kind of going back to Jubbly Jive, figured we would take a little bit of a break. And so what we're going to do, I looked up and saw that one of the really good, training methods here is eagle raise, now that we can come out to deep fin. So what we're going to do here, if we go here, I've done it a couple times, but I'll show you guys how to do it. We can literally just click right here. We want the Eagle Ray bounty. That's going to be over here. We're going to be going for 5 of these, accept task. Back out of that, and then this is where, as an Iron Man, I find that I can actually use these stupid teleports here, but we're going to shoot over to pest control here real quick, or you can also use the whatever teleport from the grouping down here, and then we are going to come over to this board right here. And we're going to find, here we go, Eagle Rays right there. Accept task. So now we have both of those. And then we will literally teleport right back to Deep Fin Point here real quick. And remember, you need to go up here and hit that sailor's marker once you sail out here to Deep Fin. From Deep Fin, we're literally going to go up here. I'm going to go ahead and assign Olga onto that cannon there. And then we're going to assign Jittery Jim onto the other one. Looks like they're going to use the Mithrils. I forgot I had those in here. And then it's just south of all these pirate loot points here. But all these guys right here are all the Eagle Rays. So we will literally come scoot up into here. And park it. And then fire at will, boys. And then I think... So now, if I tell him not to follow, then I could do that. And then... I was kind of hoping Olga would look at that one. There we go. Now she's shooting, and then he's still shooting. There we go. We got all that done in about 5 to 10 minutes. It really wasn't very long at all. And now what do we start with? Like 130, 150? So you go through cannonballs pretty dang quick. So let's go ahead, set sail back here real quick. And then literally the nice part is, because we're doing it this way, we don't have to go back to the Void Knight's outpost to turn in the task. It can just be turned in over here at Deep Fin Point. Although we're going to just do this on repeat if you really want the experience there. And then that will end up getting you anywhere from like 70 to 100,000 experience an hour if you can really keep it up. But the downside is you're not always going to have these Eagle Ray contracts. And so you will have to actually mix those in a little bit with some like ABA routes is what they're being called, I believe. But here, I'll show you real quick. Let's hop off here real fast and just watch this nice big XP drop. 11,890 XP for 5 to 10 minutes worth of stuff by turning in both those port tasks. So super, super easy. Got a whole bunch of goodies here. Oh, look, shark paint. I don't even know, was that a unlock? Have I had shark paint? Maybe I've gotten it before. I don't know. All right, so now let's go back to the notice board here. So, like you see, I have Eagle Rays again, but let's say I didn't have Eagle Rays. Sometimes you will have these tasks where you're going to go, and you'll see it here. So from Deep Fin to Port Roberts, and then from Port Roberts back to Deep Fin. The better one would be the grape sign, but I'll show you this here because I actually haven't been to Port Roberts yet, so this works out great for me. So we're going to take 6 boxes there, from here to there, so we'll accept that. And then we want to bring them back from Port Roberts as well, so we'll accept that. So now we're going to go there, and then come back, and it's all on one task. And then I think coming back from Civitas Illa Fortes back here again, and then going from here to there as well. Look at that. That's a bunch of them that we can do. Let's just do all that, man. We'll just load up here real quick. And then we'll swing by. I think this is Civitas Illa Fortes. Yeah, and I think that's on the way back from Port Roberts here. Yes, that's literally just a little shoot. So we'll do that as well. Wait, can we do that? That's the question. Right, loaded up on too many tasks. Except, there you go, 4 tasks. Love it, dude. All right, let's dump a whole bunch of stuff in here, and then we'll do this real quick and see what kind of XP we get. I think it'd be cool if these things had like that natural dolphin reaction where instead of like where the sharks attack you automatically, Jagex should make it where the dolphins follow you. You know, everybody knows that dolphins follow ships, right? Or maybe that's a coastline thing you're supposed to know. But anyways, fun facts for you. So here I'll show you. But thanks to this little tracker here, it tells me exactly how to get there nice and easy. Oh, look, they've also updated this. Yeah, I didn't notice that before. So this will show us exactly the route that we're going to take to optimize ourselves to get over here to Port Roberts. And then from there, we're literally going to go zoop down here and then back around. And we'll just load up on XP. From what I understand, Port Roberts is where it's happening, bro. Look at all these thieving stalls. Oh, that's where the cannonball thieving stall is. Perfect. All right. So we have made it. So let's run over here. Withdraw our crate. Disembark. We got all of our boys here to help us out. Thank you, gents, madam. All right, so those are deposited, some of them there. All right, open. Withdraw our crate. They'll help grab some of the other stuff. This is why we keep these guys all on us here. So first rung of experience should be coming in here. Oh, maybe not. Did it work? I don't know. It didn't look like it gave me an XP drop. Let's see if it's going to do it now. All right, deliver. Let's see. Do we get an XP drop this time? There we go. 3,380. Thanks, Sailor. There's my payment. There's level 73. We can now go to Nishdale, salvage from Merc ships, which is what we want, and build a crystal extractor. Ooh, that's phenomenal. That's going to go on the boat here shortly, too. We need to find the thing. There's a sailor's mark over here somewhere we need to find. Where are you, Mr. Sailor's mark? Come on now. This is how you can teleport back here pretty easily. Oh, I could. Nope, there it is. I was like to say, I could Google it, but it's going to be over here somewhere. All right, so once you get to Port Roberts, if you want to be able to teleport back, here it is over on this dock. And now you can use your Sailor's Amulet to get back to Port Roberts every time. Don't forget to do that, otherwise you are going to be SOL. I saw a guy do it earlier where he thought he had it and he teleported away from Deep Fin and he was up a creek. Okay, so now that we've gotten kind of an idea of all that stuff, what I want to do is I looked up what I need for the crystal extractor, and there's a bunch of things I've never even freaking heard of, which makes me think that that comes up next. So I did get a list of what all I need for all the upgrades I want on my sloop, and then I'll also put that on the skiff as well. Teleport focus is going to be down here. I think a lot of this is here. Can I build the teleport focus over here? Or do I want to build the wind catcher over there? Let's go teleport focus here. I don't know if it matters too much. What can I build here? Wind catcher. Am I missing? Oh, how did I not see the lead bars there? Story of my life, bro. Come over here real quick. Alright, so teleport focus, done. Take that off my list. We're going to do the Addy helm. Build that. So take that off my list. And that should give me a nice little boost there. Alright, then let's go grab these other things here real quick. Now we're going to put our wind catcher here so that way we can use it. Alright. That clears out that and you get to keep the wind mode. So we can get rid of that now. Alright, so now let's go do the really big upgrades here real quick. First thing up on this run, we're going to do the Camp 4 hull. look down here. Alright, so that'll give us an extra 2.5 speed and more hit points. And that's one reason why we're going to do this on our sloop. And now they did update this also. If you look down here, that puts us right back to full HP, which is kind of nice. So a little cheat code there. Next is going to be our mast. So let's go over here. We got Camp 4 mast. Now we have full storm resistance, speed boost, duration lasts 30 seconds, and we got an extra 1.0 acceleration, which makes me kind of wonder if we can also go back and mess around with Temper Tantrum and see if we can get an OPB as well. Not that stuff matters, but I thought that'd be pretty fun. And Adamant Keel, more hit points, more armor, and immunity from the crystal flecked waters, which is going to be important going forward. Alright, so let's go run on down, and let's try to do Jubbly Jive now with a little bit more gusto backing us here real quick. And then that way, after that, we can move on to the Gwyneth Glide. And I think the Gwyneth Glide is where we need to get our extractor, because once we get our extractor, that's when I really want to dive into charting the seas. Alright, here we go. Crew is sent away. We're going for the Marlin. 521 is the number to beat. Wind mode is stored up. We're going to see if we can knock this out, man. Alright, look, we're in here at 520. But will the bird come in time? Oh, we got it, but the bird delay got us, dude. 525. Oh my goodness, that was so freaking close. Boom, baby. I think that was it. Can you get in there in time? Shee! Gertobes fabric roll, baby. Let's freaking go. Let's take a look at that real quick. Alrighty, best time 5:19. So just under 2 seconds, 3 seconds under the shark, and 2 seconds under whatever that thing is. Swordfish. Woo! We are freaking done here. Alright, so now, since we are 73, we are going to go to the next Gwyneth Glide in Port Gwyneth. So let's pull up our map here real quick. And let's see, Port Gwyneth. I'm guessing that's over here. It's Port Tyrus. Well, you know, there it is. So that's Barracuda Trial. So I think our fastest route is just going to be to sneak through here. We'll knock out some of these charting things on our way out. And then we should be good to head on up that direction. Bro, I was not paying attention. So there's going to be some new mechanic over here now that I've got to freaking watch out for. But somehow I ended up in a teleporter not looking. I think I was looking at the map trying to see where I was supposed to go. And dude, I was taking damage freaking and I couldn't figure it out. I was trying to run away. I thought it was my ship that was about to die. No, it was me. There's something in here that causes crystals on the helm. And then those frickers start attacking you. So I don't know. I have no clue what that was that caused that. But yeah, dude, scary. Okay, we have made it. So, here's our goal. We are going to try to run through this. I think we probably need to talk to Gwenna first. Oh, she's singing. What a classic little elf. Alright. Shoot through all of this stuff. Oh, goodness, what's going on? Oh, okay, she's showing us what all we need to do here. Alright, let me pay attention to this real quick. Comical. She says, these portals are disorienting. Everything getting over here was disoriented, you motherfucker. Alright, I'd like to attempt the Gwyneth Glide. We're just going to go straight into the swordfish here. Sub 2 minutes. We're going for that Heart of Ithel. That's not going to happen for a while, probably. Heart of Ithel, under 342 will be that point. And then I think, let's see where my note section at. Copper nickel bars, we'll figure that out. 2 magic stones. Ooh, that's so expensive. Iron Man life doesn't go well for that. It means I'm going to have to go back to money makers after this. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. We're getting so close to base level 80s. So, alright. Let's do this puppy here real quick. I'll let you know when we get pissed off at something. Alright, I'm starting to get pissed here, y'all. This is, not the easiest thing in the freaking world. I can't even beat swordfish mode. How the frick am I supposed to beat the next one? That's going to be a pain in my freaking butt. But, I think the guy who made this messed up, because that's definitely the route you want to take there. Go around, don't cut through. And then from here, we're going to kind of go at an angle, skip over that way, then go around. And that way we can pop that trim. And then come around and then boost. And, oh, it didn't reload. I thought that would reload there. Oh, well, we come over here. This is how we mess up. This is how we mess up. Oh, dude, this is tough. This one's way freaking tougher. You do have to be a pro to get this thing, man. So we'll keep screwing around with this until we get that dang crystal extractor. Here we go. Can we get it? 158, 159. Does it count it? Did it do it? Shut up, bro. That counts that freaking frame. Oh my goodness, dude. That was a really good run. Like, I don't know. My next good sale is until 83, 10 levels off. My next haul's at 81. Like, what can make your ship faster? I don't think that's... Excuse me. I think my ship is plenty fast. I think it's just getting more boost, maybe? Oh, dude, this is infuriating. Here we go. Is this the one? 156, 157. This should put me right in at 159. Let's go, motherfucker. And I got level 74 sailing. So now we can upgrade to the rune salvage hook with 66 construction. So that's freaking nice for our salvaging journeys. Whoo, what did we get that in? 1:59, dude. Oh my goodness, one experience to spare. Or 1 second to spare there. Alright. It's getting late. I really need to go to bed, but I also really stinking want to get the shark done. So let's see if we can get this done here. Haha! That one we got on the first try, motherfuckers. Alrighty. We're getting this down. We're getting this down. A lot of it has to turn. We're not really getting this down. It's awful. Don't do this. I'm not coming back to this for a while. Whoo! Okay. Heart of Ithil. That is done. Get me the frick out of this place. We are going to go make ourselves a crystal extractor tomorrow because it is 10:30 at night and I still have to work in the morning. Woo! Okay. Glad that's over with. Let's get done with this crap. We'll collect a lot of supplies and get back to this in the morning. Over and out. Alright, here's the problem with being me. As much as I said I was going to go to bed, I really wanted to try to get this knocked out here real quick. And I think we've got her square. So, we did a whole lot of resource gathering here. Crystal extractor right here. So, let's throw that down right there. Boom. Now, the next thing we will do eventually, I was looking at it, I want to do these to rune hooks, but I need rune nails for those, and that is not going to be possible. So, unfortunate there, but can't do that one. The other thing I thought I was going to do, oh wait, no, I do it over here, is I want to do my flag here. And now, let's show off that we have a little swamp cruiser. Man, we have been running AFK for most of the day. Well, I say most of the day. Throughout the day. It really hasn't been too long today. But we've been doing a lot of AFK here at the mercenary ships. I definitely see why people love these things. It's super easy. And I mean, look at that. That's 660k. I've got the crystal extractor now. And so as I'm doing that, it's easy to get just an easy 250 experience. But just with running at AFK, we were able to gain a level and a half here. Working our way up towards 76. Now that we are officially back and able to play again, we are going to finish this up. And then first things first, we're going to go out and we are going to try and put together this little medallion. So there is a medallion that you get for going underwater. And so we are going to try, it's called the Medallion of the Deep. That's the word. And so we are going to go out and get it. If you haven't done it yet, the maximum level that you need to have is 63. So that way you can go to the Windtumber Island. I actually popped onto the Windtumber Island for something. I don't remember what it was. and it automatically, or I don't know, whatever I ended up doing, it gave me the medallion. I was like, oh. So I said, well, we're going to go ahead and start and try to actually finish this up. So I've got 2 pieces already. One of the other ones came from pickpocketing a chest for something I had to do. Or I thought it was supposed to be something else. I get a lot of this stuff on accident, man. But I think that's originally how this game was meant to be played. But thanks to the OSRS wiki, we can all cheat our lives away. And it's freaking great. So we're going to go knock that out real quick before we end up going off and doing the sea charting and trying to finish up a lot of the sea charting so that way we can fill up our keg. And just a whole lot of good stuff to really kind of progress our way in the seas. All right, so first stop we're going to make here is going to be on the Isle of Bones. So we just need to investigate the cauldron over here. But if you need to get to the Isle of Bones, it's literally right below pest control. And just zip on down here. So let's go run over, investigate the cauldron. I did pick up my other medallion fragments. And there's one right there. Let's move on to the next. All right, totally forgot to record that one. Whoops, but... next one is right over here. The Onyx Crest, which is right below the Great Conch. And then literally it's running over here, right clicking on these pirates and hit pickpocket. Get. Good lord, I couldn't even finish that word. Super, super easy one to get. Well, looks like we got the Tortugan Sea fully charted now. So that's one I wasn't actually just... do we even have to do these win things then? Who knows? Alright, so we're going to head down the end of the dock here and inspect coral nursery. Is that what we're doing? No. What? I could have sworn that's what we're supposed to be doing. Investigate the coral reef at the western area of the coral nurseries. Should be west here. See what this makes. Where? Oh, hang on. Something flagged. Oh my goodness, dude. What the heck am I doing wrong here? Does anybody know where this fricker is? Oh my goodness. Where? Western area. Oh, I saw it. There we go. I knew I had seen something. Alright, there you go. Now you guys know, so don't make that mistake. Hidden right here. It's super difficult to scan over, apparently. So, another piece that you're going to want to get is actually gotten over here thieving at a silver stall. Actually, let's go to this side. I think what the safest way to do this here. There we go. And that is our next medallion fragment. Okay, so the next one is we are going to feed a raccoon a berry. So, just grab a strawberry from wherever you can. And there you go. That's it. Literally just need one. I didn't know how many, if it was going to need multiple or not. All right, let's go chop some teaks. And there we go. All right, so that should give us all the pieces. What? I'm not really sure what I'm meant to do with these fragments. I want to combine them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fragments. So what do you do with them? That should be all of them. Alright. What? The journal must be read before the medallion can be assembled. Alright. Hints are found in a waterlogged journal. Because I totally got that. Okay, so if you're doing this the right way, you get a pandemonium. Henderson's right here, and I think we're just going to search these crates. There we go. Waterlogged journal. Read it. This is where it gives you all the clues. If you didn't, just watch everything I just gave you. And then we can use them now? Yeah! Now you assemble the Medallion of the Deep. So now I no longer need to wear all that. So we can go back full pirate mode. And then we'll wear the Medallion of the Deep. Oh, it looks sick, dude. I like it. Okay, I'm kicking myself. News flash. For those of you guys who did not know, you do not need to be going about charting all of these freaking seas. You can simply get the Whirlpool Surprise, which everyone talks about. But what I didn't realize is we are getting that directly from the Barracuda trial guy after you complete Shark. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to pay to bring our boat over this time. And we are going to freaking go get this. Let's see here. 60K. Kill me now. Maybe I bring this one over. No, we'll bring this over. No. Because I want to try to do something else here too. Yes, pay the 4,500. All right. Let's go get this Whirlpool surprise stuff. All right, so we talked to Ralph. I think that's what his name is. Do you have any rewards to claim? Whoa, look at that. You really surprised me with the mastery of shark rank. Well earned. Thanks. I wasn't sure. I was trying to make it in time. It's not often I see a sailor come through here. I'll treat you a drink on me. My specialty is the Whirlpool surprise. Rum, fresh bananas, more rum, some sugar cane, and then there's surprise. Even more rum. All right. If you fancy some more, have a word with Steve Beanie over at Pandemonium. I'll send word to let you have access to this premium selection for a price. Any more rewards? Sorry, I don't have anything else. All right, cool. That's all we came here to get. But is it? I want to see how fast I can do this now with all these upgrades and with the tile packs update to see what it looks like. So we are going to go Temper, Tantrum, Marlin. And let's take a look and see how well I could have done this back when I first started if I had this. Let's see here. Does that give me a new personal record? Yeah, it gives me a new best, and I jacked up bad. Ended up having to backtrack, but it makes a difference, man. It was a different route than I was taking, but it wasn't too different than what I used to do. So, not too bad. Yeah, there you go. Definitely, again, tile packs, man. That's going to be your friend for this stuff. It just makes it more enjoyable. But all that being said, let's go rock it out over here. Let's go add a bunch of those Whirlpool surprises so that way we don't have to go chart a bunch. Right, so that should give us 25 Whirlpool surprises. So we'll go here, deposit all those. Carefully pour all the alcohol in the keg. Once done, you double take, and somehow there appears to be far more inside the keg than you actually put in. So there we go. Now we have unlimited Whirlpool surprises, which that is what? +3 boost? No. Let's see. Whirlpool surprise typically boosts cooking by 2 levels, sailing by 3. Yeah. Drains agility, which I don't care about. And when it grants invisible +2 sailing boost, it gives the crew a minimum of 2 decking handiness and 2 helmsmanships. So that's cool. We are going to go do some lantern fishing because I have yet to do that. And I figured that'd be something good and fun to do. And I think we want to go Wintumber Island over here. That's where we're going to head to. So we'll go do some lantern fishing down here, see how hard it is. See if we can get some squid beaks. And try to go from there and just see if we can get ourselves a blowpipe. Because I was thinking that might be able to help out with when we're doing TOA. Because I do want to get back to TOA eventually. But I think I want to try to stock up a little bit on some things just to make it less crazy and hectic and more enjoyable, I guess. Let's make the game more enjoyable. Oh, no. Right here. Let's go pop over here. That was a really quick way to go. And then harpoon fishing spot right here. The question is, are these stupid crabs going to attack me? Yep, they are. So am I going to have to... Oh, good. As soon as you start fishing, they go away. All right, so all you need for this method, you have to have a harpoon. You cannot bare-hand it. And then you need a lantern. So whether it's the bug lantern or I'm using the abyssal lantern, doesn't matter, but that gets that to you. And then make sure you bring a knife because you're going to make sure you're like cutting these things off. Hey, yo, there we go. We finally got our squid beak. I say finally, it didn't take too long, but it did take a little bit of time there. So, but if you guys are on TikTok, I did release a little quick how-to video on TikTok. Less than a minute, super easy to do, but that's the squid beak we needed right there. So the only other thing we have next is to get redwood logs, I believe is what they are. Let's see here. Actually, it's not worth looking there. Let's Google it. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Rosewood. Duh. Not redwood. Rosewood logs, which can be cut at 92. So I think we can boost to that. We're at what? 89, I think. Oh, 88. So yeah, we can just barely boost to that, but that's okay. We only need 2 rosewood logs to get the rosewood blowpipe, which will be nice, like little hold over there for a while. And then in order to get to those, we're actually going to need to get to Drumstick Isle, which is going to take 79 sailing. So we're at 75. I honestly don't see it taking too long to get to 79. But yeah, super easy. Easiest way to get this is, if you only need one, is just to come over here. Otherwise, you can use the chum spreader and do it all on your ship and stuff like that. But I really just want that top tier one. So we'll go back to doing a little bit more sailing there, get up to 79, and then try to knock out 80 here in the next day or two. So that way we can keep on moving on. Well, we are getting close here to level 80 sailing. Right here. Sorry, we're a little over halfway. And so we decided what we would do is some sea charting here. So we are just out and about. And RuneLight does make this so easy with just knocking this out. But we've officially covered everything from here all the way up to here. So we're going to try to knock out the rest of our sea charting tonight. Although I will say this is pretty daggum slow. I think it's quicker to just keep salvaging. But we still want to get this stuff done and out of the way anyways. So we carry on. And then we looked at, because we can now... There you go, full temper, fully charted, I guess. But because we can now make the rosewood blowpipe, I wanted to go do that. Or since we can chop rosewood trees down, or at least boost to chopping those down, I realized you need 84 fletching, and that's another thing that we have yet to cross off our list for base level 80. So that may be something we do a little bit later as well. But maybe something AFK in the off times. Just so you guys know, if you haven't been back over this direction yet, there is a little duck current tracking. You do have to have a raft, and it does have to be done. But I mean, you're coming all the way down and around here, so don't get rid of those rafts yet. They do come in, and I would fully upgrade that thing because it's a haul. Right now, we are experiencing Jagex's biggest troll ever. This is literally just a black screen telling me to breathe and relax. And here I am just trying to finish something up real quick so I can go to bed. That was so much experience waste. And they did it on purpose. Boom, bam. There we go. Let's finish the night up crazy late. Finishing the Southern Expanse, and the bonus XP was able to get us to 80k. So we can now dock at Weiss. We can do salvage from Fremennik shipwrecks. That's freaking awesome. Recruit a new person from etc. And we can build a rune cannon. And build an ironwood cargo. So this is all stuff I know when I was looking at it. We're going to have to do a lot of work as far as just getting rune nails. But that is actually something that Brian is working on. The perks of having a group Iron Man and a group member that actually decided to come back. Let's go. So he's working on the sailing, or not the sailing thing right now. The smithing thing right now for the team. We're going to head down here real quick. But yeah, dude, level 80 sailing. I think we're going to end it there for the week. That was tons of work this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like the video for me. It does help out with some of the algorithms and getting these videos pushed out. I noticed that our gauntlet video is pushing about 2,100 views, which is an all-time record for me by a landslide. So I really appreciate all the love on that video, guys. But if you can, like this video, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet, man. And we're going to keep doing these, and we're going to try to do some more of these how-to videos on some of the boss runs. But next week, stay tuned. We are going to be doing a ton of Perilous Moons. We're going to try to get that full blood set, and maybe we'll do a little guide on that while we're doing it, just to kind of give you guys a run through on how we're doing it and the best way to do it. Thanks, and we'll see you guys then. Shoots!